Hello everyone, welcome again to my channel in which I talk about whatever the heck I want. So this drawing is a very personal one. Lately I experienced a lot of feelings inside me and a lot of emotions because a lot of things happened in my life. I went through a lot, let's say. So I wanted to put on paper what I was feeling and also what I felt in the past, because I had one time which lasted 1 year in which I was really feeling bad daily. And I didn't know how to stand up and go on with my life. I just couldn't, and thankfully I had someone next to me who could help me and all. And I wanted to represent that in a way. Mostly I just wanted to put on paper what I was feeling. That helped me a lot to make myself feel better. Like drawing myself crying makes me cry less. Makes me feel better. So that's why I did it. I don't know, maybe it's a useful tip if you ever feel like shit, draw yourself crying. I don't know, that could be good. Who knows? Let me know. Anyway, I want also to tell you that be ready, because after next week I'm gonna have so much time to work on YouTube and my character design. So finally I will be able to post more like properly, because lately I didn't. So be ready for that. I'm excited, honestly. I'm really excited. And also, lately I started writing poems. Honestly, well, I'm bilingual and I usually write in English, yeah. But it's funny to see how sometimes you can describe a feeling better in one language compared to the other, and vice versa. So it depends on the word and the little shades. You know, you have a different shade of meaning behind every word in each language, and it depends on the language which one sound better, but you must know both of them, of course. Anywho, that's not the reason why we started this little chit chat draw. So welcome back, chit chat draw number 3. I know number 2 was weird. This one is gonna be more normal, and it's about art. Yeah, we're back again. Woo-hoo, back. Also, since I felt so much and I started this drawing, I thought, why don't I talk about how much I feel stuff? Like, honestly, I'm a person who feels deeply anything that happens to me, but I'm really good at hiding it. So I pretend I'm a cool chick and I don't feel anything and nothing bothers me, but then inside my little head a lot goes on, and then I go inside the room or inside the bathroom to cry myself out. Like, yeah, that's what I do constantly. It took me a lot to understand what kind of thing that was, and I took it always as a weaknesses. But trust me, it is not a weakness. But I learned it now. Like, it's not something that I discovered years ago. I'm really sensitive, so I hide it to anyone, well, almost anyone. And I don't want anyone to see me when I'm about to burst. I just have a few people who I let them see me like this, because I feel like embarrassed and mortified of everything that I'm feeling inside. But yeah, now I try to make the best of what I now consider a gift, not a stupid thing that happens to me, because it's absolutely not a stupid thing. It's a strength, it's a gift, and you gotta use it. And I know I'm not the only one in this world who has this quote-unquote issue with feeling too much. Because I find beauty in things that most people don't notice, or even that most people don't like. I know I'm not the only one, but I'm talking personally, but maybe you can see yourself in this. And I feel stuff deeply, and these feelings are mostly love or hate. So I love deeply, but I also hate deeply. So since all these emotions are entangled inside me, it is almost impossible for me to heal fast from heartbreaks and disappointment. Like, it takes years, and this leaves me prone to depression and stuff like that. And it leaves me confused as well. Like, sometimes I felt so many emotions and I didn't understand why other people could overcome them after a while. Maybe it took them a lot as well, but it didn't take them as much as me. Like, all these feelings were bottled inside me, and I didn't know why they were still there after years that specific thing happened. I couldn't understand, and that left me prone to depression, because I was sad because that thing happened years ago, but also I was sad because I couldn't overcome it. Like, whatever happened, it didn't matter how many people I met, I couldn't overcome this feeling of confusion and sadness, and I felt into depression. I mean, it was not like a crazy depression moment, because thankfully I wasn't alone, but So I didn't need to get medicated and stuff like that, because honestly I also had the strength to fight that because I wasn't alone. But I was feeling like shit, and I kind of had to thank all the situation, because before all of this happened to me, all of these feelings were just bottled inside me, and I couldn't let them out properly. I always thought that people with depression were just sad and they didn't want to accept what was going on inside them. They just had to move on and fuck it, fuck this, fuck that. Yeah, that was really superficial of me, because when I fell into this fucking hole of sadness, then I was like, oh my god, I feel so bad because I said all of that, but please someone help me, because you are so sad that you almost don't feel anything. I felt so much shit that I felt at the end of the day I was numb to anything. Anything was like, whatever happened to me, I was feeling nothing. It seemed like I had like a paper bag on my head with a smile written on it, because fuck it, I don't know what to do. Should I smile? Should I not? Should I laugh? Should I cry? What do I have to do? Too much. So it was really too many emotions for me. I am really good at hiding all of this. Again, I put like a paper bag on my head, and I mastered hiding this depression, and I came across as a happy, normal, like nothing fucking happened, or arrogant, or angry, frustrated, well, anything but not depressed. So as I said, trust me, it took me years to understand what was going on inside me and my stupid head. So that's to say that what you see is not always what you get. You don't know what's going on in someone else's life. But as the title say, I'm not here to talk about depression. I'm here to talk about sensitivity, because I think you can get depressed even if you're not too sensitive, but something really bad happens to you and stuff like that. To me, it was more about, yeah, something bad happened to me, but it was the fact that I couldn't overcome it, and mostly was love who turned into hate, into nostalgia, into frustration, into misunderstanding, and it was just too much. So the only way to fight all of this properly was to draw, to make art. And from that I understood that artists, writers, composers, what do I know, even animators, whatever type of artist, they go through a roller coaster of emotions, and they are able to put them on paper, and that makes them feel better. But I felt that if you can make the others see what you're feeling inside on that paper, on that piece of whatever you're doing, that means that sensitivity is not that common, because it's an ability to feel this much and to put it on paper in order to someone that is not even an artist to understand what you're feeling. And that happened to me with this drawing. Actually, I drew that, I showed it to my friend, and she felt sad. I could see it in her face. We weren't even in a Zoom call, we're not even face to face. I showed her the drawing. She was curious. Oh, can I see? So I showed her, and her eyes started watering, and I was like, what's going on? And she felt sad, because it is sad. This drawing, it's sad. These faces are sad. And I don't know, I think the power of art is to put your emotions in your piece and give them to others, so they can share these emotions with you. They can understand what you're going through, and you can even help them, because when I see some pieces, I feel like, oh my god, I'm not the only one. That happens mostly with music. When you listen to a song and the writing, it's so relatable. You feel it. Even the music, you feel it. So we're able to do that. I feel like I'm one of them, but I'm not as a master artist and shit. But artists they experience negative and positive emotions in the same intensity, let's say, with the same intensity. And those emotions are certainly experienced by the one who are listening to their music, watching their movie, seeing their painting. So it is amazing, honestly. And what is more amazing is that we mostly do this in isolation. I will never be like my best pieces, quote unquote, best pieces. The ones in which I throw my heart into them, I always made them in isolation. I could have spent the whole day with people around me, but then I needed to just go in my room alone and draw and do and put it on paper what I'm feeling, do it. So I think it's exactly the same as I think musician is the best example. Like they perform on stage, but after performing and being in contact with a lot of people, they needed to go back inside, playing their instrument and writing and all that thing to rebalance themselves and stuff like that, recharge, let's say. So it's not just about performance in general. I think it's every artist. They need a solitude, and they need alone time to make their art and maintain a balance between being outside with people and experience things, because you need to experience things in order to make art, of course, but then you need to be alone to actually make that. So, and all of these people, all these artists cannot be anything but sensitive. And yeah, I understand that there is so many talented people who make music, make art, but they maybe make beautiful pieces. Like they can realistically copy a piece of a landscape they're seeing, I don't know, a perfect bottle of water they have right in front of them, or they can make a really cute drawing of an animal, or they can compose a little cute music, instrumental music for background and stuff like that. But what they're making doesn't really go through. People don't really feel much from them. They say, yes, it's really good, it's a really nice piece, but something is missing. So being really sensitive equals to be a real artist to me. This doesn't mean that I am. I was just really happy that my friend felt what I was putting on paper. But we can see it in the biggest artists. Like when you look at their work, you can feel what they were feeling at the moment they made it. It's beautiful. So the problem though, as I said before, you feel stuff, I feel stuff, and I'm sure people like me, or people, usually artists, who feel emotions this intensively, also the pain is really intense, and it is an open door for depression. That's why I think art needs balance, because being an artist means being very sensitive. That means being sad most of the time. I don't know why, I really don't know why, but I never seen a really happy artist, no matter what the artist was doing. So I don't know, I went to a tangent. It's 15 minutes that I'm talking, and I wanted to say even more, but this is getting too long. Anyway, personally, I believe you should not hide what you feel. Like it's really nice and fancy when you're a noticeable artist, a popular one, a famous one, but when you live as a regular person, most of the time you're told to just change, don't be like this, be different, and hide these emotions because you shouldn't put them all out there. Personally, I will say, don't fucking do it. Go on, show your people what you're feeling. Just don't be annoying, because of course sometimes it's like walking on eggshells when you have someone too sensitive next to you. You gotta balance that as well. But if you feel the need to let out your emotions, fucking do it, yeah. And better if you put it in a piece of whatever you want to make. It doesn't matter if you're fucking Michelangelo, or I don't know, you just draw on the floor with chalk. Just do it, because someone will know and share the same emotion as you while they look at your drawing. I'm sure about that. Anyway, I'm done. I talked a lot. I hope you enjoyed this little chit chat raw with me today. I can't wait to have more free time to actually make really good content for you. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the drawing as well. Check out my Instagram page is Bubbly, like the name of the YouTube channel. And please have fun, wash your hands, have a good time. Bye guys!